Prince Institute. Exercise 127. Sir Happy Singh. Ready? Start. Mr. Speaker, sir, we welcome this bill. It should have been brought much earlier. With limited and unrealistic sources of revenue which are available to the states, certain interpretations of several constitutional provisions by courts of law had restricted the state's income from sales tax. Further, the ingenuity of the trading class and the business community has been such that they have been trying to evolve newer and newer methods of transactions like consignment transactions, etc., by which they could avoid tax, and many a time on many occasions they had successfully avoided the incidence of taxation by taking advantage of the meaning of word contract, which was held to be outside the pale of sales tax legislation. There have been numerous disputes and numerous litigations which had resulted in a loss of revenue by way of taxes to the state, and also a further loss by way of litigation expenses. I am happy that various types of transactions which were initially no doubt intended to be brought within the taxable net, these taxable transactions which escaped legitimate incidence of taxation so far are now being brought within the taxable net, and all that is being corrected. As the bill seeks to remove many of the lacuna and recognizes the state's right to levy sales tax, and as it further shows some awareness of the necessity of the states being allowed to augment their resources by way of sales tax, we welcome the bill and support it, as I said, though belated. I now want to go to a very important aspect, and I hope I shall have the indulgence of the House to raise it because of its great importance. The question is this: our finance minister comes with a constitution amendment bill to remove the lacuna with regard to recovery of sales tax, to make provisions in the constitution itself which will maintain the rights, if not expand the rights of the states to collect revenue by way of sales tax. And he has said in the statement of objects and reasons that they want that the state's revenue out of sales tax should be augmented, but at the same time we have got the greatest concern: the government is trying to abolish the whole system of sales tax. The center has got undoubted responsibility to discharge in this country under the constitution in matters of all India perspective, like external affairs, communications, defense services, and such other services which nobody questions. But everybody in this honorable house is also aware of the great responsibility which this very constitution enjoins upon the states to fulfill. The health of the state, the education problem is the primary responsibility of the state. The industry problem is the primary responsibility of the state. Public welfare schemes are the primary responsibility of the state. But what is the source of revenue? The source of revenue in this country is primarily nothing but sales tax. In vital matter concerning people, concerning the welfare of the people, the state obviously need money, and it is axiomatic that the states should be entitled to a fair share of money. But how is the money raised in this country? The government can raise money by taxation, can raise money by international borrowing, can raise money by bearer bonds, can raise money by customs duty, income tax, central excise, and so many other things. Now, the point I wish to make is that on one hand, the Honorable Finance Minister comes with this Constitution Amendment Bill to augment the resources of sales tax revenue for the state, and at the same time it is their government which is doing an exercise of abolishing sales tax. By what? By an additional excise duty or something like that, and the exercise is going on. I would like to know from the Honorable Finance Minister what he has in his wisdom, this government in its wisdom. It is almost with an attitude, if not ordering on arrogance, of complete insensitiveness, have taken a decision of an overdraft from tomorrow, no overdraft from tomorrow. Well, you are in the center. You have got the Reserve Bank in your control. You can take up that attitude well. It does not matter whatever may happen to the states. I can say no more overdraft. But what about the resources? You have control of the Planning Commission. The Finance Commission is yet to function. The pattern which has been laid down is only drying up the resources of revenue for the state. I am happy I am not expressing the views of only one state. The Honorable Finance Minister knows that every state has joined in this demand. In the little time, I will show that this is a matter which needs immediate consideration of this government. Now the Honorable Minister has said, and he has given his dictate, his executive fight, that no more overdraft will be given. The position today with respect to every state is very bad.